difficulties, but we got it all figured out now. So who is ready for our Q&A today with the cast of Dandadan? All right, that's what I love to hear. Now, just want to let y'all know we're going to have a Q&A, so questions, please be mindful of your time. There will be people waiting behind you, so just keep that in mind, okay? All right. So we're going to bring out our cast. Cast of Dandadan, come on up on stage. Everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come on, y'all. Clap. Welcome. Everybody have a seat. Wherever you want to sit. It doesn't matter.
Hi, guys.
Everybody comfy?
Hello, everyone.
Yay! All right. I would love for everyone to introduce themselves to our crowd today. Whoever wants to start. Okarun?
Hey, guys.
I'm Aleks.
Hi, everyone. I'm AJ. I voice Okarun and Dandadan. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
I'm Anairis Quiñones. I voice Muko. Hey everybody, my name is AJ Beckles.
Hi everybody, my name is Aleks. I voice Jiji and Dandadan.
Hey everybody, I am Kari Wahlgren and I voice the hot granny.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Diskin. I voice all of the problematic aliens. Hold your booze. Hold your booze.
Awesome. How are y'all feeling today?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
How's this weekend going for y'all?
I had barbecue the other day. Terry Black's.
We did have
Terry Black's. Round of applause for Terry Black's. Very good. But everyone's been super nice, and I love it here. So thank you guys.
I love that. It's my first time at Weebcon also, so I'm having a good time here.
All right.
It's really fun. It's
How are
awesome.
you liking it?
I'm loving it. It's really nice. Everyone's very friendly. I honestly have no complaints.
No complaints.
It's pretty good.
No complaints!
All right, guys. So we're going to begin our Q&A with the fans. If anyone has any questions, there is a mic right in the middle. You can go ahead and start lining up.
By the way, the cosplays, the Dandadan cosplays
So
have been incredible. I've been having to hold myself back from chasing down some of you and being like, oh my gosh, your costume's amazing. So, well done.
Great job.
There we go.
If you have any cosplays as well, please feel free to come up and show them off. And
Oh, yeah.
So you can come and line up.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're gonna get into some questions with the fans. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Questions with fans.
All right, only 2 people. This is going to be a quick panel.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi,
Hi,
Amanda.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. So good to see you guys.
good to see you.
So I kind of have I guess an overall question and also a little request at the end, if that's okay. I hope. So I've noticed that how some of y'all, I've read some of y'all's interviews when you're talking about Dandadan, that y'all do some improv sometimes because of how Japan doesn't really cross over to the American. And I've heard about doing some adding in some little improv things. What was your favorite one to do that you added in that wasn't really in the script?
Well, I think we should let Aleks take over.
Do y'all do any improv at all?
I feel like I'm pretty lucky because the character allows for that. A lot of other characters are more so very tied to the plot and whatever it is that's written on the page. Our director, Aleks von David, is awesome at what he does. And he usually writes all these amazing dialogues for the characters. But we have a special relationship where anytime I want to try something, he's pretty lenient with that because he knows the character is very off the walls and crazy. And one of my favorite ones that I actually did wasn't technically an improv that was off the script. It was actually the scene where Okarun and Jiji are playing soccer together and they're kind of fighting as they're kicking the ball to each other. And they're like, no, I'm your first crush, well, I'm this and I'm that. On the script, it literally just said, well, I'm her childhood crush, so I win. But when I got to that line and they rolled it, I was like, the way he poses himself, I was like, I win.
Yeah.
The moment I did that, Alex was like, okay. I did not expect that, but all right. I got it. Let's keep it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was
10 out of
just
10.
doing that for goofs to make you laugh, but all right. So that was my favorite kind of improv, even though it wasn't technically anything new or off of the script. But I think the best kind of improv is whenever we take the material that's already written down and we deliver it in an unexpected and funny way. So.
And does anybody else have any moments where they inserted their own like thing and
No,
just go by the script?
I definitely tried to have fun, but at the beginning, for sure, especially the first couple episodes, I was just so worried about like doing Okarun right that it took a little bit for me to actually loosen up. And Aleks actually had to sit down with me and be like, "It's okay, you can have fun." I was like, "Can I really?"
He was locked in. He was locked in.
I was locked in. But no, we had a lot of fun doing similar things to what Aleks is saying. I didn't add anything, but like certain reads and stuff like that, I just was like, let me just try to be a little weird here. And Alex Von David would take it, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
And how do you guys like insert your own personality or your own take into each character?
I'll let you take that one, Ben. How do you insert this?
You son of a... I insert absolutely no part of myself into the Serpoians, that they are their own thing.
I love that question because we've done like 2 or 3 panels with each other, and anytime somebody's like, so how do you put what you know into the character? And I'm like, I'll let you take that one, Ben.
You know, at the last one of these, like Alex started
always
to...
uncomfortable.
At the last one, Alex starts going like, yeah, no, we all really, really relate to our characters, like on a deep personal level. All of us on stage, and I'm just going, no,
Not me.
please, no.
Well, that's good. And what favor or what did you want to ask? If it's okay with
If
you.
it's okay. Alex, this is for you. I'm a seamstress. And I made you something for your belated birthday, and congratulations on your win of Best Voice Actor a couple months ago.
I did not win, but
Well,
that was
you
best.
won something.
I want something, but it was not best voice
If
actor.
you don't
But
mind,
thank you,
if I
thank you.
can gift you this.
Oh, for sure. All right.
Bella, come
As
here.
long as it's not obscene.
If it's a puppy,
She's gonna.
take it on the plane.
Yeah, you can come up. Yeah, feel free to look up here.
She's gonna show it off, and it's gonna be like a one-piece bikini. Oh my god! Oh, thank you. This is like a little.
Can we show the class?
Wow.
Heck yeah.
Oh, the inside looks so cool.
Wow. And a true seamstress.
Say the thing.
Thank you, sweetheart.
That's really cool.
That's great.
I'm just gonna the rest of the panel.
And this is all like you eyeballed this, like measurements?
Yes.
Wow.
That's
I
crazy.
used my boyfriend.
She's like, I got the exact same body type.
Thank you so much. All right, next guest. Hi.
Hello.
Make sure you talk into the mic, okay?
It's very low, but mine. My name's here. Okay, I'm very excited for season 2. It's about to come out for you guys. So, very excited for that. And, okay, of course, I feel like everybody really loves the humor of this anime, of course, and all that stuff. And I feel like it relates more to, like, the Gen Z slang. Do y'all ever, like, look at some slang and you're like, in back, not to say that y'all older, but like,
Hey, you old heads ever look at any?
Calling us boomers is crazy. That is a crazy girl.
oh my gosh. We all were like, think back to like, oh, we would use X, Y, and Z.
Back when I was young.
Back when I was young.
Back in the day.
I would use
I'm just
this.
impressed that Alex knows how to write for that
Me
generation.
too.
Because I wouldn't have guessed that.
He does such a good job. So the question
like,
is if we think back.
Yeah, if you while you're looking at a script and you're like, okay, this is more appealing to like this generation, of course.
Yeah.
Could you ever think back to like I would use blank for like back when I was in middle school. Like I just want to know.
Well, as the old one, I feel like your rotten tangerines just kind of is timeless. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That is the nice thing about being the old fogey in the cast, and with Seiko being like just over it, personality-wise. I don't have to think too hard about the slang. I don't have to think too hard about what's cool and what the kids are doing. And if I come across as a little out of touch, it just works for the character. So it's really nice. It's great.
I don't know. I think Aleks von David did, because he writes the scripts too. He's a director and he writes it. Did a really good job of like looking at slang and like putting stuff in that fits and everything like that. Like I know everyone liked when Okarun was like, he said he was like, oh, I'm bummed AF. You were like, oh, he did a great job. And then there was times where he was like, do you think like kids, do you think people would say this? And I'd be like, yeah, I think that fits and stuff like that. So he was always kind of like on top of it and trying to check and make sure that it wasn't too corny or anything. Yeah.
He did. I think he did a really good job too of being like, does this translate quite right, or is this funny for an English speaking audience? Like, yeah, I got to give props to him too that he did a really great job with the script adaptation.
Oh yeah. I think. Do you guys remember that Damn Daniel video? I think back on that a lot. It would make no sense in the show, but I would just love him to say, "Damn Daniel, damn Okarun, damn." I would just love that, honestly. That's the one slang I can remember from when I was younger. I don't remember anything else.
These nuts.
These nuts is fun. That was like, I saw that and Aleks and I talked about that because he was like, what do you think about these nuts? And I'm like, I'm sorry?
That's a crazy question.
And I'm like, I think these nuts is hella good. But then we went back and forth. We literally like pissed everybody off that day in recording because we were like, no, these nuts is important. So Aleks von David and I were like, I was on my phone, he was on his laptop, and I'm like, okay, so here's the original video where the guy says, and Aleks von David was like, well, okay, but this is another instance of these nuts, so should we say it like, these nuts? Or should we, I'm like, but the original video is more like, these nuts? So there was like literally 10 to 15 minutes of us going back and forth being like, how do we say this?
Is this on the D's or nuts?
Yeah, and we ended up with something in the middle where it's like, these nuts! It's like if you say it really fast, it can be on both. Very important conversation.
This is the level of quality that goes into this.
This is Dandadan.
Don't screw around.
A lot of chaos.
No, but Aleks von David is awesome. He inserts so many like good moments into the script that I feel like other dub directors really wouldn't know how to incorporate. Because the tricky thing about slang is that you don't want it to be something that's too in the now. As in like, you know how memes die all the time. You know, back then memes used to last for like a year. Now the lifespan of those things are like one week. So you don't want to put a meme that's going to die next week, and then when the dub comes out, which is like 3 months later, they're like, why the hell are they talking about that dead-ass meme? So you don't want to date the product, so you got to find memes that are like timeless and more so like relevant to the plot. You don't want to just insert them if they have no place to be.
Yeah, and to add to that, like, you know, for me, being a black woman, I am using black slang where I can, where it makes sense. Because I do feel like that tends to be more timeless, like things will come back around very often. So even though Aleks definitely did have a lot of like scripting that was on brand, you know, trying to add like a yas or whatever like makes sense for the character to say, that's a big thing. It's like, oh, would this character say this? Which with Muko, yes, she would.
Okay, thank you. And of course, the show is very fun, and we love all that. But it has some serious moments in the show, especially like the one episode we all mostly probably cried at with the mother. Do y'all, not to spoil season 2, but y'all have like anything that you're like looking forward to see on screen?
Yeah, there's a scene in particular, full spoilers by the way, where Okarun gets blown up by a missile launcher. It was devastating for me, and I cannot wait to see how
Very
that
excited.
Okay.
So look forward to that.
No, that doesn't happen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Hello.
what scene from season 1 do you think you guys was the funniest?
Sorry, just the fact that nobody has pulled the mic up to everybody.
That's the funniest thing right there.
Can somebody come and pull the mic up? Yes.
All right, anyways.
Yeah, from there, yeah.
So what scene,
wait, they got it.
there you go.
There we go.
I just felt bad for your back there for a second. What scene was the funniest one? Was that what you asked?
Yeah.
From season 1, okay.
The sushi scene's pretty fun.
That's really nice.
Fighting over the sushi.
Yeah.
That one,
That's my favorite part is when Momo's eating the crab and she goes. My favorite moment for sure.
There was a part when where Jiji and Okarun start singing like around the table on Atadake. It was really cool because they let us do that in Japanese. I thought that was really neat. But it was like this moment where Okarun's like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be, and nobody else has any idea why he's being so weird. And then Gigi's like, I'm down. And they start singing together. I thought that was really funny.
Anybody else? Well, thank you. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Put that down. I did not mean to break it.
Oh, there we
You
go.
didn't break it. Okay, there we go.
You should be able to like tilt it down.
Yeah, you can tilt the whole thing.
I tried to, but I broke it. So I'm like, broke. Okay, so knowing Dandadan is a really chaotic series, I gotta ask each person, what was your most favorite chaotic scene to film? Besides Ben, because he only says one line.
He has many lines.
But like for the alien, it's mainly just the one iconic line that we all know.
Yeah, that's true. Can you give that line for us?
Give us your banana.
Thank you, Ben.
They're putting the Riz on. Oh my god. Chaotic scenes.
Any chaotic scenes?
Chaotic scenes.
Oh, I like when they're fighting
It's a whole
Nessie.
It's very cute.
Where
I
it's
mean,
like,
there's a lot of
like when they're fighting Nessie in the underwater part, where they like swim up into more water and try to figure out how to not drown.
Right.
Yeah, that entire fight scene is absolutely bonkers.
Maybe the whole crab chase. That was really fun.
And then the whole classical music in the background. Too, that was insane. And crazy choice for music right there.
Right.
For me, it's not so much a chaotic scene, but it was a scene that felt like I related to it a lot. And nobody's gonna get this because this is like an inside joke for me. So I do a lot of home renovation stuff at my apartment, which I'm totally not allowed to do. But it's because I've, ever since I moved out and I got my own space, I've always wanted to have a comfy space at home, and I wanted these cool interior design stuff. So I hired people to do it, and they sucked ass. And I was like, man, you guys fucking suck, and I paid so much money, and this is like shit. So I used to be so afraid to touch a power saw. But after that happened, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to Home Depot and learn how to do it. And it got so bad where I got banned from Home Depot. I kept bringing my own wood to cut there. I kept using their saw, and it got to a point where they put up a sign that was no custom projects. And it was like a hand-drawn sign, so I'm like, yeah, I know that's for me.
Everybody.
Yeah, so because of that, I do a lot of where I bust holes in my wall at home and stuff like that. So there's a moment at the very last episode where Jiji, he's like, we should bust a hole in this wall right here. And Okarun's like, wait, didn't you say this is a rental? And Jiji says, I know, but whatever, I don't care. And so when I saw that line in the script, I'm like, this is so funny, but nobody else is gonna find it funny except for me. But this is literally my life, yeah.
Well, now we know. So
Right.
So it's over. So.
It's all right. It's
Never tell your landlord.
Yeah,
I guess
no.
I'll find out eventually.
I mean, they do inspections, so they come in, but I'm sure they see it and they're like, oh, damn, that's kind of
looks
fucking
pretty
sick.
nice. Thank you.
You know what?
You're never getting your deposit back.
Yeah, you're like, keep that shit up. That looks nice, actually.
You can charge more now.
And I guess with Jiji, and Okarun, I know it kind of looks like they have beef with each other, so my question is, do y'all got beef in real life to play it that well, or play it that well?
Alex has to be my least favorite human.
Do you see how far away they're sitting?
I know, this is purposeful. This is purposeful.
No,
You're about to throw hands very soon.
No, AJ is an awesome guy.
Yeah. We're all hanging out. It's a small
What other
world.
nice things can I say about him?
Yeah. No, please, plenty of nice things, I'm sure. No, but the voiceover world's really small, and we're all like kind of. I feel like everyone has to be nice with each other and everything like that because like you don't want to be the asshole. So,
Yeah, you know, AJ and I were like Dwayne and Vin Diesel.
yes.
No, I
In
mean,
40 years, I'll say something on an list.
we've been, you know, we've all been, some longer than others, been doing this. No, I'm telling you guys. Alright, we got Emmy winner and we got legendary voice actors right here, right? No, but like AJ and Alex and I, we've like seasoned.
Well seasoned.
So we've been doing this. We all started doing this around the same time.
Yeah.
So we've been around for a while. And AJ actually messaged me when the solo leveling anime was announced. He straight up messaged me and he was like, he's just sent me a picture of Sung Jin-hoon. Like, that's it. He just sent me the picture. He was like, eyes emoji. And I'm like, haha, you like this show? And he's like, yeah, man, you gotta be this guy.
Yeah, you should be this guy right
So
here.
he sent that to me before anybody else did, before I even got the role. And then same with him, where I sent him a message, where I sent him Okarun, and I'm like, you gotta be this guy. So
And I was like, surely not, it will never be me.
now I'm like, no, trust, bro, 100%. So we've had each other's backs for a while.
I guess if y'all are so friendly, I guess we need to see an IRL, Jiji, and Okarun hug it out.
Say what?
They wanted to see it on the
Hug it out, make up. You gotta make it up.
On stage, guys. Give us a twirl.
Wow. Alex's face is just so blank. He's like, it just looks like.
That's gonna go viral.
This is how we fight the patriarchy, guys.
Right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, my name's Harrison. So my question is, as we know, Dandadan likes to reference paranormal stuff, urban legends. Is there any scene from this past season that you all enjoyed being referenced? And also, is there any kind of urban legend y'all wish Dandadan would reference?
That's such a good question.
That's a great question.
I used to be, I don't know if you guys had this phase when you were in middle school as well. I used to be super into conspiracy theories.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The
I was
big
so, I was so
Definitely.
tapped in.
Yep.
I was watching this fucking guy make a homunculus in his bathroom. Y'all ever seen that? No? Yeah, there's like a series on YouTube where this guy's like, homunculus log 27. And it's just like, it's like a vial, and the inside of it, there's like a little, like, just worm thing.
Oh, I
and it's
do
like,
remember that.
And I'm like, yo, is this real?
Like in his own bathroom or school bathroom?
No, it's his own bathroom. He just got like little, like, creatures with no facial features or anything. It's just like moving around. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I am concerned. It's like,
How did you find it?
right?
I don't know, man. It was just on my homepage.
Why is it on your home? What else are you checking out?
I've been looking at conspiracy theories.
To the drain,
That
right?
makes sense. That would be interesting.
That's what Dandadan needs to do, though. Like anything coming up through the drains in this, like from the sewers.
Yeah.
I that's all I'm saying. Is that
That would go.
freaks me out. Whatever comes from below. Yeah, I don't think I've done it in the show, right? Yeah.
I'd like to see like some more of the more modern like stuff like I feel like Slender Man would be a good.
I was about to say, I had a phase in middle school where I was convinced Slender Man was real. Because I was looking at videos on YouTube. I was like,
I thought homunculus was real, man.
yeah. We're just both idiots, I guess.
Gosh, what? Slender Man's really good.
Yeah.
I like to see.
AJ.
I like to see Mothman.
Oh, yeah.
Mothman would be cool.
I always always believed like Bigfoot was like real. I was like, Bigfoot has to be somewhere.
I think Bigfoot
He's a
is
bigger
real.
guy than normal.
Yeah.
Like it's a bigger hairy guy. I feel like that's probably somewhere.
I think he is real. I think.
That's crazy.
It's not one of those questions.
Yeah, I went to Walmart and saw him shopping. It was crazy.
I feel like I see that guy every week at Costco.
I also had a phase where I just kept dreaming about aliens for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
It was always like I would be in my bathroom and then I would look behind me in the window and I just see like an alien spaceship flying by. Yeah, it was
like the green aliens?
No, I just saw the ship.
Oh, the ship.
Yeah, I just saw the ship and I was like, whoa. Have you guys seen that movie Nope?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Nope was amazing.
That was crazy.
Definitely terrifying.
Gosh, I have like a huge knowledge of all these mythical creatures.
A lot of conspiracy theories.
But I just can't remember it right now because usually the conspiracy theories that I also saw a lot were like American conspiracy
Oh, yeah,
theories.
yeah.
And that shit is usually like, JFK is alive! Or like, Tupac is alive!
Do you believe in ghosts, aliens? Do you believe in both? Do you believe in one or the other?
I kind of do believe in ghosts a little bit, just because one time I was on a Skype call with my friend, back when Skype was a thing. Wow, I was on a Skype call with a friend, and he and I were talking, and then I heard like his mom yell out like, "Come help me with the groceries," and then he just sat there, and I'm like, dude, you can go help your mom with the groceries? She just called for you. And he's like, oh shit, okay. And he runs out, and he runs back, and he's like, I'm not so home. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She just called for you. And he's like, no, she's not home. I just checked, there's nobody there. I'm like, you're fucking with me. He's like, no, she's literally not home.
Found out that she had died 6 years
Yeah.
ago.
I think about that a lot. That scares me.
That's
a lot.
wild.
So I kind of believe in ghosts a little bit.
I do too. I completely believe in ghosts. Although now, aliens for sure.
We know that.
They
Don't want to know that.
said. I can't believe that wasn't bigger news, okay?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
as the
yeah.
old person on the panel, it was like, you know, the existence of aliens, everybody was like, whoa.
Everyone's busy paying taxes.
They covered
The real drama.
It was like this news story that came and went, like, for 2 seconds. They're like, yeah, there are aliens.
Yeah.
In other news,
Let's go back. We got a lot of stuff going on already, so. Well, thank you.
Thank y'all so much. I cannot wait for season 2.
My name's Leo. I had a question for y'all. What is your favorite fight scene, or like really just emotionally charged scene y'all did from season 1?
Emotionally charged scene, that's your favorite?
Oh, it's gotta be. I'm sure it's like.
Why'd you do that, man? Did anybody else see that? Did anybody else see what I just saw? What was that? It's gotta be. That's what I saw from my hand. Rolling straight, rubbing his leg.
This weekend is a magic
What was that?
I don't know.
Summoning the mental
It's between episode 2 and 4, just because 4 was so crazy. But I think I'm partial to episode 2 because it was the first time Okarun transformed. So yeah, I think episode 2, that whole scene with what's his name?
Episode 2?
The big guy that they fight. You know the Flatwoods.
Flatwoods.
The Flatwoods. Yeah, I think that was cool. Yeah. You had a fight scene though. You had a cool little scene.
I mean, whenever the two grannies go head to head,
That's pretty emotionally charged,
that.
I would say.
And for like just trivia, so anybody knows FLCL in here? So that was the very first anime. Oh, okay, great. There's 2 of you. So that was the very first anime that I ever did, and the actress that played the little boy was Barbara Goodson.
What? I didn't know
And
that.
so, yeah, so Barbara Goodson was in the very first anime that I ever did, and then she and I both auditioned for Turbo Granny for Dandadan, and Barbara Goodson got Turbo Granny, and they're like, well, Kari, you're not really right for this one, but we think we have another one, a Sexy Granny. So Barbara and I did my very first anime, and now we've done the most recent anime together. So
That's
we-
amazing.
So we're loving it.
I still haven't met Barbara.
She's wonderful.
So cute. I love that. Well, thank you.
Thanks so much.
I hope that answered. Hello there. It's on.
I just started watching the show. I think it's kind of, not kind of, I think it's really funny and chaotic. Were there moments in the booth where you guys were recording your lines and were like, oh, fuck, that's so fucking funny, or...
Yeah, I remember saying that exact thing. There was, I mean, the whole show's hilarious, I feel like. So I was dying the whole time. Actually, the first time I heard Ben, just his voice, I was like, that's great. But
I was like, you sound exactly like that alien.
This isn't how I imagine.
This is why we're sitting far apart.
I do have one more question.
I think the coolest thing is that if you read the manga and you see the aliens, you don't realize that they all have different voices.
Yeah.
Which is something they decided to do in the anime, and Ben pulls that off spectacularly. Because he does like 4 or 5 different voices every time a new alien comes on screen. And it's just so much fun.
Really impressive.
Yeah, they keep making that poor Japanese guy work. They're just like, do another one. He's like, oh my god.
What other voice can you do, man?
It is pretty crazy because I don't know about you guys, but there were times in the booth where I was like, we could just say that? Like we're gonna ball and tell.
Yeah,
like
ball
that
and
was
tell.
for me. That was one of the things where I just laughed out loud. Is Seiko's like, I gotta go talk to a guy about some ball and tell. And some fan at one of the last conventions came up and made me a friendship bracelet that just says ball and tell. And it's one of my favorite things I've ever gotten at a con. So yeah, there were definitely some very funny moments.
Oh, you know what was really funny? When Ira is like on top of Momo and she's like going off, but she has her little lighter thing, and she's like, Momo's like underneath it. She goes, "It's a gold-plated dude nut." It was so funny.
My favorite funny moment wasn't even actually one that had any dialogue to it. It was, I remember recording this. This was episode 12 when they're all on the train to Jiji's town that he was living in, and like. For some random reason, it was like, I think during the shot, it was Okarun's internal monologue as he was watching Momo and Jiji talk together.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the animator just decided to make Jiji like go turtleneck.
Oh, yeah.
One split frame. So all of a sudden you see him, he's like, ah! And he just like, and he makes the funniest face ever. And I remember watching that, and I just like, they started rolling the clip, and I was like, they're like, are you okay in there, man? I'm like, I'm sorry, you go back to that frame, I just want to see it. But that was, just look it up, just type in like, Jiji episode 12, turtle. Or something. He just like, goes like this. It's my favorite moment in the entire show, yeah.
Okay. I do have one more question. Anything you guys can say about season 2, I think?
It's
I
coming.
saw it get blown up by missile launcher.
You'll see it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, just to let y'all know, we have 5 minutes left of our panel.
We'll speed round.
Speed round.
I'll make it quick. I would like to say, as a Home Depot employee, I will see what I can do.
Lift the ban on it,
And I also have seen those homunculus videos. I don't know why I want to act like they don't exist. I've literally seen the entire series.
That's your fan.
He really did grow those homunculi. It was kind of insane. I would like to ask to the alien among us, when you play like a little ensemble of a bunch of characters, do you give them all like individual personalities in your head and you try to play it like that?
Yeah, all of them have a separate little compartment in my brain.
Can you give us like a fun fact about one of them?
Which one?
The first one we see.
The first one you see?
Yep.
Oh, okay, let's see. So that one, the first one that I recall is one with the deeper voice.
Yes.
And he is the one who has, who introduces himself as a very friendly alien. We are friendly, do not be afraid. And it's sort of like, no, that's like the worst thing ever. So like, I feel like he's the one that has the most aggressive side to him. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had to write some of these down. I don't know if the mic's not working or whatnot.
We can
but-
hear you.
Okay. Are there any characters that y'all have voiced like in the past that has influenced your current characters? That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. My life is kind of like.
My life is kind of like Okarun.
I remember when I got a turbo granny for the first time.
Speed round.
I think Takamichi I took a lot from his nervousness and everything.
This reminds me of that video where it's like when your girl tells you get too excited. Have you ever seen that? Where it's like a guy and a girl, and the guy's like having a good time, and the girl's like, "Why are you doing all that?" And then the guy's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And it's like, "Babe, eat your food." I'm sorry.
Alright, is anyone else like have your characters influence your performance in Dandadan? Or any characters?
Maybe Yoshikawa from Horimiya, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, the kind of genki, excitable.
I would say Jiji's like pretty much just me being let loose. I feel like another character that was like that was Luke from Street Fighter for me. So
From Streets.
From Streets. So a little bit of that, but that's a great question. Thank you.
I do have another quick one. If y'all weren't like casted as your respective characters, who would you cast?
Turbo Brain.
Now he has turbo granny. Gosh. Can I be Seiko? Yay!
I would be Okarun.
Yes!
Thank you so much.
I sense a body swap in our future.
There's probably
And then last question, and
Okay,
speed round.
sorry. So I want to say that everybody's such a great, like, perfect cast for Dandadan.
Thank you.
And I just want to ask, how do you guys connect with your characters emotionally whenever you guys are channeling in like their traumatic scenes or emotions?
That's a great question.
Okay, I'll say this. So, I was not many years ago a parent, and now I'm a parent. So anytime there are those tiny little moments where Seiko and Momo are really connecting, and she's like hugging her and saying, you know, just don't die, don't go and die. Like, that hits me on a deeper level now because where I'm at in my life, and also just being at this point in my career and having that kind of like matronly figure and having all these like cool young talent and stuff in the show, like that influences a lot of the acting and the interacting with these guys because it's just like, not that I'm bitter and jaded at this point, but you know, I've been around a lot longer, and so it's kind of, it influences like how I interact with their characters.
Yeah. I'll try to be quick, but like I struggled a lot with self-esteem when I was younger, and I think like that's something that Okarun struggles with. He gets bullied, he gets told he's a loser and everything like that. And I have this theory where you get, even if it's not true, if you get told something enough, you'll start to believe it. So I think where Okarun is at in season 1 and just in general is he is kind of just battling with the fact that he does deserve to have friends and family and people that care about him. And so especially that first monologue that he has in the first episode, I really connected with that. It was very visceral for me because it's like, oh, this idea that like all you need is one person, which is really cool, and I think I connected with that a lot. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My trauma is yet to be revealed. Just like in real life. It's a secret!
All right, you guys, thank you so much. This was a wonderful Q&A. You guys were amazing.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you guys for coming out.
And make sure y'all go check out our voice actors. They are upstairs. Fourth floor.
Yeah, but not on the west end.
Yes.
Everyone's on the 4th floor in the
We're all very
convention center.
close to each other on the 4th floor.
Yeah. So make sure you guys go say hi.
Yes, please.
Thank
Thank you
you so
guys.
much. Thank you.